Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome into round number 11 of the 2019 Race Factor Gaming MotoOption SX Series and MX Simulator, live here on SYS TV. My name is Kellen Brower, and I'm joined in the booth tonight by 2012 250 East SX champion Mark Zeidler. Mark, how you doing tonight, buddy?
What's up, my dudes? I'm doing good. I just got home from work. It was a great day. My basement wasn't flooded and my ceiling wasn't leaking, so I can't complain too much.
Yeah, I hear you guys have been getting hit pretty hard out there today, huh, in Wisconsin?
I mean, it's just been raining and there's like 10 feet of snow on the ground, so it's not a good mixture.
Never a good
But I'm
mixture.
ready to watch some great racing action to distract me from the perils of living in Wisconsin.
Absolutely. We are definitely looking forward to a great night of racing this evening. And for those of you that are just turning up to the stream, as we are getting racing action underway here in just a moment, this is also Breast Cancer Awareness Night in MX Simulator. So you're going to see a lot of riders repping some pink attire and bikes and setups like that. And as you can see on the screen here, we have a soft donation goal of $250 to reach this evening for the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. So every donation that you guys pitch in on the donation link below the stream player right now goes directly to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. And we're hoping you guys will donate tonight. Obviously not required, but if you do, we would greatly appreciate it. All right, well, my game is crashing currently, so that's always fun. But I know, Mark, you just got home, so you don't have a good opportunity yet to take a look at the track this week. But if we can go back to last week, we're actually coming off of basically the only week break that's going to exist in the season now, as these guys had Daytona off last week. Mentally or just kind of like flow wise, does that disrupt the flow of the series at all, kind of having a bit of a hitch like that last week?
No, because there was a planned week off coming up here anyways for Easter. You know, you got to celebrate Jesus' birth or death, one of the two. Yeah, it's the death. We celebrate both of them throughout the year, but it's a death in April.
Yes,
and, we take a week
Christmas
off for
is
that.
not during the Supercross season.
Yes. Well, it's a dang near is. I wish it were. Christmas cross, that'd be so much more fun.
All right, well, since Mark was not here and we cannot speak to him about the track, I'm actually going to go ahead and just show you guys the track right now with a little bit of
a few laps.
Yeah, a little bit of
this
couple
week,
laps
isn't it?
here. Yeah, this track is very interesting this week. Basically, a end zone to end zone start, but it kind of goes diagonal, so maybe it's a little bit longer than normal into a quick first rhythm lane. The second rhythm lane, a little double quad, and then in this rhythm lane over here, you're going to see guys going 2-3-3, 3-3-2. A couple different options to run through here. After we have a U-turn right here, there's going to be this longer set of whoops. There's two sets of whoops on the track this week, but they're greeted with this longer set first. Down here to the end, a little on-off action, and then guys are actually tripling in right here, and then jumping out to flat here on the start straight, tucking down to this inside. I'm going to run over Jeremy Kohnauer here. Come across back the start straight again. Little finish line jump action. Pretty tall finish line jump this week. Oh, and I was not able to get a full lap in. So close, yet no cigars. So it looks like UIDs have actually just been grabbed, and while I'm thinking about it, might as well bring up the qualifying times here this evening. So give me a hot second, and I will do that. But yeah, Breast Cancer Awareness Evening, Mark. I think this is going to be kind of another fun event. We had Military Appreciation Night back at round 5 of the series in San Diego. I mean, are you looking forward to seeing all the guys out here repping the pink? I'm assuming, right?
I just want to know if any of you guys uploaded special bikes or rider models for this event, really.
We did see a couple custom rider models for the event. That was pretty cool back at San Diego. So maybe, I don't know, maybe someone's going to be riding a pink ribbon or something this evening. That'd be kind of cool. But here are your 450 qualifying times for this evening. Number 19, Jeremy Siebold, fastest on a 51.070. Jack Haley, second, your points leader at a 51.4. Walter Gebhardt dropping in at a 51.8. Alex Efforts, thank you for the $10 donation. And thank you, Todd Gutierrez, TG Photo, for the $10 donation before we got started with the broadcast this evening. You guys both rock. We're now at $20. And then Adam Holm rounding out the top 5 in the 450 division. Looks like our cutoff time down here this evening was Benny Landry on a 55.2. So we're looking at about 4.2 seconds between first and 40th qualifier. That's still pretty close times for this late in the series. Times tend to kind of drop off as we get deeper in the series and less riders show up. In that 250 East region, though, it was Colby Eagland, 53.7, qualifying fastest here this evening, just edging out his teammate Tyler Lang on a 53.9. Isaiah Dickerson, your points leader, 54 flat, so he is well within the range of challenging this evening. Jacob Hubbard on a 54.3 and Zoa Cross on a 54.4 inside your top 5. Only 36 runners in the 250 East division tonight, so we're going to see less than full gates for the first time this year, which is a bit of a bummer, but maybe it'll make the racing a little bit better. One thing that we can kind of discuss a little bit about that you maybe just heard if you're listening to the broadcast is they have now implemented sounds into MX Simulator, ambient sounds. So you're going to see this evening, or here I should say, some ambient audience noise. You're going to hear the gate drop. You're going to hear a little bit of cheering from the crowd tonight. Kind of going to be a whole new experience for us in MX Simulator. I mean, Mark, as long as you've been playing this game, this is completely brand new stuff that we've never had before. This is going to be really cool.
Maybe you've done talking too much, but I didn't notice absolutely none of it so far. But yeah, hopefully people that do want to listen for stuff like that will hear it.
Do you have the 220 update?
Yes, I am. I think I do. I don't know.
That's weird. I was speaking
Sometimes, I have it. Sometimes I look at the thread and don't download it, you know?
Yeah, no, me too.
Old man life.
I was speaking with Nathan Zaworski earlier, and he says he has the 220 update and hasn't heard the ambient noise either. Do you happen to have competitor volume turned down pretty low?
I was just going to check. No, I got regular volume at 4 and competitor at 3. Now that my bike isn't idling, I can hear the crowd background noise.
Okay, cool. All right, Cody from SDI dropping in a $20 donation. Thank you, Cody. I appreciate that, buddy. I'm going to actually open, let's see. First of all, I want to do that and see if this thing is working this week. It's probably not. Actually, maybe I don't want to do that because it still says Atlanta. Wait, can I fix this on the fly? I might be able to.
I think I heard the gate drop, but I also don't think it was synced with the gate.
All right, can I fix this on the fly? Let's see.
What do you got? Standings?
Oh, it's not.
Nice.
Unfortunately, it's not synced with the gate. Sorry, I'm trying to change something. It's not synced with the gate in warm-up mode.
Oh, well, that makes sense. That's going to be great for the broadcast, too.
I know, that kind of sucks, actually, now that I think of it. I didn't even think about it until then. Okay, cool, that's going to work fine.
All right, I'm glad to crush everyone's hopes and dreams. That's what I'm here for.
So let me make sure I load it in properly here. Whew. All right, running around like a chicken with its head cut off here. But hopefully we're going to get everything nice and sorted. Big shout out, by the way, Chill3K dropping in the $1 donation. Says all he could donate for the moment, but looking forward to the races tonight, as are we, and we're about to get 250 heat number 1 lined up and drop the gate here in just a hot second. They have just done their parade lap, and if everything is running smoothly, we're about to see the first race of the evening get started here from Indianapolis. Great to see all the pink outfits that these guys are running tonight, and it's time to go racing. Let's go ahead and get those revs up and drop that gate. Out of the middle, looks like it was Connor Pate. 213 SPR machine grabbing that whole shot. Points leader Isaiah Dickerson tucking in right behind him on the number 25 MV Films machine as the rest of the field settles in. Dickerson already putting the pressure on to Pate, going down the inside at the end of the whoops, crosses the track, ends up sliding out, loses that front tire, and Pate hangs on. Here comes Colby Eagland now into the mix on the 20 machine. He's going to get alongside Dickerson going into the sand, but Dickerson hangs on. Back and forth we go here at Indy already, things kicking off. And Eagland down that inside in the split lane. Around the outside is Logan Leitzel on the 26 machine. He's taking the Marvin Muscan approach through the whoops and doing some hopping action. So Eagland settles in here in the 3 spot. Big shout out to Herc for the $5 donation. Appreciate it, buddy. And Mark, this group is... Oh, Dickerson goes down. I was just about to say that this group was kind of settling into a nice battle here for second.
We've seen Isaiah try and make LCQs interesting for us a few occasions already this year, haven't we?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, we saw at the Showdown, which was technically the last race that we did in Atlanta after we had to have Daytona postponed last week, Dickerson didn't make it out of his heat race, which was the East heat race. Ended up having to go through that LCQ. Still won the main event, so didn't matter for his case. But like you said, making things interesting in these heat races. So Eagland just went down, and he lost a position to Dickerson. Back here is Dylan Copeland. He's got Brandon Holmes closing in. Holmes goes down in the whoops, and Dylan Burrell just narrowly avoids a flipping Brandon Holmes, who's going to lose several positions here, and looks like he may fall out of transfer spot. That is now going to go to Garrett Oliver on the number 208 MB Films machine, and we're on board with him. So already 2.5 minutes into this heat race, we're going to go 6 minutes and a lap, and our front grouping has spread out quite a bit already. Your leader going over the line once again, just putting down the laps. While we're watching Oliver make a few mistakes here, got to be careful because Holmes obviously back there lurking. Ahead of him, a little train forming together here as Zoe Cross trying to close it down on Owen Hillman. Ooh, Cross jumping around the outside, makes the move on Hillman. I believe this is the first we've actually seen of Hillman, the British rider, all season. Cross takes care of him, now going after the 207 of Dylan Burrell, JMC Motorsports. A couple cross lines as Copeland's down on the inside, and here comes Cross going through the rhythm lane. He's going to make the pass. Burrell regroups, ends up right behind him. Hillman back here, then Copeland. Oliver still in your final transfer spot. And Copeland down again. So it seems like these 90-degree corners mark kind of reaching up and biting some guys already. We've seen a lot of slide outs happening.
Yeah, 90-degree corners suck. And I bet you Dylan Copeland would agree with me on that right now.
I would think so. MX Simulator, hard enough to control the machine. Throwing a 90-degree corner where you usually have to turn on the flat, like you see Copeland going down the inside here, often ends up with some front wheel issues, as Nathan Zaworski can usually attest to.
No issues with that whip, though.
Not at all. So Copeland now trying to close back up to Cross, who's lost a few positions as Garrett Oliver has gone through. Owen Hillman is up here. Dylan Burrell is still holding strong here on the 207 machine. Through the whoops he goes. Up here, Connor Pate, Eagland, Dickerson, and we missed a change for the lead, though. Logan Leitzel is out front. The Mad Cape number 26 machine.
You missed it. I didn't miss it, but...
Oh. Well, my apologies.
You started in on something else, and I was like, yeah, it's not worth it. It's just a heat race, bro.
But it is Leitzel now leading, and look at, wow, trying to triple into this rhythm lane. Ends up off track and going almost through the front door there. Oh, and he's in a stack up here. A couple riders down, looks like including the 704 of Jack Fowler. Oh, Leitzel getting a little kick in the whoops there. So these lappers becoming a bit of a factor as Dickerson trying to close it down from the 2 spot. And he's going to get it. Leitzel down out of the lead, blows the inside rut in the sand corner, loses the lead, loses second as well as Colby Eagland, his teammate, going through. Ooh, Eagland off the track, and Leitzel going to get it right back. Lapper's still in the mix here. So Leitzel tries to regroup. Eagland still giving chase. Then a distant 4th right now for Connor Pate. Hopping through the whoops like a bunny rabbit, but all by himself in 4th. Zoe Cross has now made it up to 5th. We got Copeland here in 6th. Sean Smith for Viracco is up into 7th now on the 222 machine. 8th for Owen Hillman. And Dylan Burrell has drifted back to 9th, so he's got to be careful here. We've got Oliver closing it down, and really that's the only challenge for him. Big gap back to Trevor Doiron right now running in the 11th position. So Oliver's trying to get in as a white flag now waves for your race leaders. Can Oliver do it? Burrell trying to hang on and make his first main event of the season. This would be huge for the number 207 machine if he can do it. A little off-track excursion right there, but as Mitch Butler has always told us, that's never a problem.
Oliver's trying. He's giving her everything he's got. Whoa, whoa, and maybe a little bit too much.
Yeah, blowing that inside corner in the sand. Over the finish line jump. One more lap to go. Can he do it? Oddly enough, the number 207 and the number 208 end up battling for this last transfer spot. Who's it going to be? Meanwhile, up front, 25, Isaiah Dickerson headed to the main event with a heat race victory, and he made it look easy. Go back to this battle for the final transfer spot. It is still Burrell, but can Oliver close it down?
Oliver scrubbing through the rhythm lanes looking for any bit of time he can get.
Oh, he's coming up a little bit short.
Stretches out a
we got riders
He's
down.
Gonna get it.
It's Hillman and Burrell were both actually down, so Burrell maintains the 9 spot after Oliver gets a twofer. Burrell's just got to ride this one home if he can. He's in 9th, and he will transfer if he stays here. He should be good. He's going into the final corner. How about it? Oliver makes it through ahead of him, and Dylan Burrell going to the main event here tonight at Indy. Qualifies straight through. Owen Hillman out. Jack Fowler, Trevor Doiron, Kyle Carpenter, Jake Thomas, Trevor Burns, Cody Branson, and Brandon Holmes, all outside looking in. As for your transfer positions, and Cuts confirm it now, it was Oliver, and then Dylan Burrell moves up to the 8th spot. Copeland now in 7th. The 222 of Sean Smith goes to 6th. Zoe Cross was 5th. 4th for Connor Pate. 3rd for Colby Eaglin. 2nd for Logan Leitzel. And, of course, your winner and points leader, Isaiah Dickerson, going to the main event tonight at Indy. Well, Mark, one race in the books. What do you think? How's this track racing? How's it shaping up?
Yeah, racing great and shaping up great. The sand corner, huge. Rut in that sucker. Berm, whatever. I think it might form up to be taller on the inside than the outside by the end of the main event.
Absolutely. We're going to have to take a look here at this sand corner if I can get it. What camera? I was getting there.
So
yeah,
close.
Sand corner is digging out deep for sure. That inside rut already causing havoc for Leitzel, who crashed out of the lead in that sand corner. We're going to see if it reaches up and bites anybody else this evening. So 250 heat number 2 coming up next. Breast Cancer Awareness Night here in MX Simulator. All donations made during this stream going to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. Of course, again, anybody who has just joined us, you can go ahead and head down to the link below, whether you're on startyoursystems.com/live or twitch.tv/startyoursystemstv. There should be a donate button below the streamer, the broadcast area, and you can go ahead and down there, click that. You can actually leave a message as well. That'll pop up on the stream. And, yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you guys donated. We're trying to hit a soft goal of $250 tonight. We'll see if we get there. VMX for Life says problems with 1080p again. Man, what is it? It seems like every other day it decides it wants to not do this correctly. So I've already tried to go in and fix the problem, and I actually have streamed once or twice since someone brought it up to me. That I know it locks itself in 1080p, but I promise you that's not my doing. I don't know what exactly it is doing, but I've already tried to go in and fix it, and it has worked in the past. I don't know what the heck I can do at this point.
Sue,
yeah, there we go.
file a complaint. Start a lawsuit. So, do you want to touch on any controversies in the MX Sim community that has happened over the past week? 2 weeks?
Well, I suppose we can bring up what would have been the talking point at Daytona, but for those of you that may have kind of not been paying too much attention to the forums, there was several players banned for actually hacking the game and using some sort of updated physics engine to go a little bit faster and do bigger lines and things like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and publicly shame all these people if I can get there.
Get the names?
I'm going to. We'll go ahead and get through this heat race first, and then I'll go ahead and get all the names. As we are underway here,
gate jumpers.
Yeah, a lot of gate jumpers. 250 heat number 2 underway here at Indy. Down the inside, it is Hubbard on the 42. Man, that inside line is going to be crucial on these gate picks this evening. A lot of good starts coming out of the inside already in our first 2 heat races as Hubbard leads, Chandler blocks him. We got Josh Williams up here in the mix. Trent Adams jumping down the inside of him is Tyler Lang. And boy, oh boy, some shuffling already happening. Ooh, rider off the track over the berm. That is Chandler blocks him, who was in a transfer spot, and he is now out. So he's got some work to do on that number 360 machine.
Oh, little stack up at the front of the pack. Everyone real close, looking like a pack of bees flying down the straightaway.
Yeah, Hubbard leads over the first lap, but man, there's a freight train for second right now. It's AJ Green, Cohen, Adams, Lang, Mitchell, Carlo, and Williams all in the air at the same time over the finish line jump, and most of them going to the inside in the whoops. Look at this. It's like 7 guys in the whoops all together here.
It's like a Moto3 race out here now.
Yeah, what is happening? Oh, and it all starts kicking off before the Supercross triples. Trent Adams dumps the front wheel, and Josh Williams slides out on the face of the triple. And just like that, it has all been split up again. So Hubbard now has a sizable lead to work with on that 42 machine after everything kicked off behind him. He's going to lead lap number 2 here coming down to the line. Still battle for second, brewing AJ Green. Oh, James Cohen, he's over the bars on the on-off. Goes back to 5th, now back to 6th. Gonna get going in 6th right there in front of Neil Wells on the 154, but Wells on the on-offs gets right on by. Oh, and then Cohen gets taken down by Josh Williams, and around the outside goes Alex Heckman. Cohen completely stuck in the sand now, and after being 3rd a moment ago is now outside of transfer. An absolute battle going on right here. Neil Wells getting jumped over by Alex Heckman. Josh Williams has made a few passes. Trent Adams trying to get down the inside of AJ Green as we got a freight train going through the whoops right now. Green hangs on. Coming back over the line once again, still running 4th. Adams is 5th. Heckman now finds his way up into 6th. We got Mitchell holding down 7th. 8th for Josh Williams. And Alex Kerr now into 9th on the 913. So Cohen and Rasmus Eriksson going to go back to work here. Cohen getting sideways in the whoops. Eriksson makes the move. Eriksson, I believe the rider out of Sweden here this evening. Got a really nice full pink and white setup there. I'm liking that. Even has pink numbers on the rear plates. I think he just made a pass. Yes, he did, on Roy Mitchell, who was down for whip style there. And Alex Heckman actually went down too, so Eriksson now finds himself up into the 8 ride. Heckman going to jump right back by him. Ooh, another rider down is Alex Kerr on the 913 machine. Here comes Roy Mitchell. Battle for the last transfer spot on your screen. We got about 2 minutes and a lap left to go in this. So plenty of time still for everything to get all wild. Mitchell goes for the triple in. Has to check up on the on-off though. It's interesting. Looks like that inside line in the sand's actually getting so deep, Mark, that Mitchell going outside actually plows Alex Kerr after the finish line. Well
Slight
then.
miscommunication between those two riders there, huh?
Yeah, I think.
Look at this guy. I don't know. I didn't catch who it was, but someone was trying to go down the inside with both of them laying there yet.
So that actually hands James Cohen back a transfer spot. Edward Mora trying to charge forward is going to get by him. What I was about to say, though, Mark, is that it looks like the sand getting deep enough on that inside now that the outside line is actually semi-viable to go, hit, and gain a little bit of time.
Yeah, definitely. You don't have to be cautious. You can just get out in that outside and rail instead of worrying about lining up for a rut. I suppose the less skilled the rider, the more likely they are to take that outside line. I know I avoid all the bumps when I ride motocross, and I suck at it, so.
Well, you could just call them crafty, like the Frenchmen. They go find the smooth lines to hit.
Yeah, I'm crafty. That's what it is.
So Edward Mora has now taken over our final transfer spot here, but he's going to get
line?
all out of shape in the whoops. Oh, baby!
But he tried that sick jump through the berm.
He did. He kind of like nestled into that first notch and then doubled through the inside, ended up in the tough block, so...
Didn't pay off, but it was fun to watch.
It definitely was. If he could get that figured out, that might be a big line to use later in the evening. Holding down 9th right now, though, and looking smooth. Trent Adams ahead of him. Rasmus Eriksson, Alex Carlo, Josh Williams, Alex Heckman. I think we had a lapper down there.
It's AJ Green down on that inside berm right there.
Yes, he is. So everybody going outside there to get around AJ Green, who still hasn't gotten going yet, and now Rasmus Eriksson goes around him.
Very interesting jump line coming in from the outside out of Alex Heckman in that whoop section.
Ooh, rider down.
Oh.
And it causes Eriksson to go down and AJ Green almost going down. Trent Adams goes around all of them. That was actually the 360 who we saw earlier at the front who has gone a lap down. I apologize for forgetting the name there. Chandler Bloxham, that's correct. But Trent Adams and AJ Green still going at it. Adams on this 323 DX3 machine trying to get away. Ooh, and oh, what? Okay. Front flipped at the end of the whoops and sort of saved it. At least he didn't fall off the bike.
Get yourself on P4 here.
P4.
Get up.
So it's Alex Heckman running 4th right now. Josh Williams on the number 69 machine trying to close in.
I mean, did you see the line that he did out of the whoops, through the whoops?
I saw him jump in. What did he do from there?
You just jumped through him. He was a little short that time and like tapped the last 3 whoops, but very unique. I haven't seen anyone doing that at all yet, or really in general in MX Simulator. That's a very hard thing to pull off.
Yeah, jumping through the whoops generally doesn't happen as Tyler Lang takes the victory out front. So the number 18 machine going to the main event tonight. Does Josh Williams have something for Alex Heckman here in the last couple corners? I'm thinking Heckman looks like he may have this thing wrapped up as they go into the final corner. Heckman's going to go wide. Williams slides down the inside and goes down. So Heckman hangs on for 4th. Williams trying to get going in 5th. Isn't going to do it.
T-boned by AJ Green.
AJ Green gets going and crosses the line in 5th. And yeah, Williams will hang on there for 6th. Mora 7th. Adams 8th. Neil Wells is now in 9th. Rasmus Eriksson, last-ditch effort, final corner. It's going to go on the outside. Look, he's going to send it on. Drag race comes up short. Neil Wells hangs on. Great action there. And yeah, after cuts, stays the same. Actually, Eriksson had 9/10 of a second in cuts, so almost a whole second. So it is confirmed Wells, Adams, Mora, Williams, Green, Heckman, Carlo, Hubbard, and Tyler Lang going through out of this heat race in the 250 division. Lang, I like that white with a little bit of pink mixed in there. The other active co-riders in the other heat, Eagland was not running that setup. So kudos, Lang.
Pretty.
So yeah, back to what we were talking about before this race got underway. There is
Dirty good for nothing cheaters.
Dirty good for nothing cheaters out there in the community. Unfortunately, yeah, somebody found out a way to hack into the game. We don't know. We're not going to say how, but and they were using kind of a cheat engine basically to do some things in the game that you shouldn't be able to do. Jump sections in one jump, have better traction and more speed, and thus several riders, including a very kind of noticeable one, have all been indefinitely banned from Race Drive to Gaming competition. Braden Carter, probably the biggest standout name on this list. Your winner at the San Diego round of the series in the 250 division. Supposedly, got a little word from Brandon that he didn't actually have anything to do with the engine, but he just was chatting about it. But make that decision on yourself. I suppose.
The chat's posted on the forum. It's him asking for the cheat engine and then saying that he'll use it in qualifying.
Yeah, I mean,
it's pretty definitive proof that he's a goddamn idiot. Regular idiot.
Yeah, shouldn't have ever done that for sure. But Carter was one of the few people that actually reached out to me and tried to explain his side of the story. So I appreciate that he wanted to comment on the situation, but for his sake, he has been definitely banned by Race Drive to Gaming. We also had Cale Broersma, Payson Johnson, another kind of big name. We also had Jet Wisdom, Justin Stoles, CJ Ruggiero, Jordan Edgington, Jacob Long, Travis Schroeder, and Blaine Haub. That was a long list of people getting indefinitely banned. And
I got to commend Race Factory Gaming for striking swiftly and extremely hard. I support their decision to ban everyone even asking or inquiring about it. Ultimately, I guess you could have used it for offline use, but if you're a professional athlete or racing in the professional series, I guess I should say, no one's here, but just imagine that you find out that Brock Tickle is seeing doctors and asking for steroids and saying he's going to use them. And then you find out about this thing that he cheated.
Yeah, it
looks very bad.
All around really bad stuff for all these guys. It's just whether they actually use the engine or not doesn't matter. Really good job on Race Factory Gaming to jump in, act swiftly, as you said. It was actually kind of a shock to see all the names come up so fast because they kind of made an official announcement and then basically immediately act upon something that was going on. So definitely unfortunate to see that things had to go that way, but we're looking forward to get 450 heat racing action started here at Indy right now as Heat 1 is on the gate and they are off and running.
We got the number 50 Spencer Turley out there in this heat race.
Lots of riders going down in that first corner, and it's Jeremy Cohenauer who comes out with the lead. And Matthias Janis, his teammate, right behind him, but Janis going over the bars down in the third corner there. So Gebhardt now moves into the 2 spot. Ooh, a lot of these 450 guys jumping long into that corner. Gebhardt out of shape in the whoops. Pulls it together. His teammate Devin Ryan right there in the mix. We got Chase Blakely also getting in the mix. So it's Cohenauer leading. Gebhardt second. Devin Ryan third. Chase Blakely fourth. Zach Dupuis running inside of the top 5 early on. Adam Holm, I believe, was down in turn number 1. He is 6th. Reno Brennan 7th. Ash Deering 8th. And Matthias Janis, after going down in that third corner, already finds his way up into the 9 spot. Absolute manic action mixed in here. We see Spencer Turley also getting in on the action. Spencer doesn't even have to change his gear. He's already got some pink mixed in with his Galaxy stuff. Oh, a little cross jump action from Janis. And Turley from the outside tries to triple in. Has to check up though. He's going to triple out into this corner. He's trying to go after Janis though, who holds down that final transfer spot in the early runnings. Janis around the outside, trying to make a run on Reno Bandino Brennan. Down the inside he goes, and Janis gets that position. Look at Turley around the inside, trying to make the same thing happen. Oh! Nearly contact in the whoops.
Turley with them that big speed coming out of the 90 degrees corners.
Yeah, and just ahead of him, Janice missed the
big
triple.
lines.
Brennan
He's gonna
short,
land. Oh, wow.
and Turley makes the move into 9th.
Turley with that soft rear suspension doesn't even have to preload that quad into the corner.
Oh my! Oh,
Made a quad out of that as well.
yeah, going about 3.5 into that.
Gear through the whoops, looking amazing.
Let's see, does he just triple out right here too? Yeah, no problem.
Yep.
So he's going to try to run down Matthias Janus right now as our transfer spots have kind of separated out a little bit. Up front, new leader, Walter Gebhardt on the 13 machine goes to the top. Gebhardt is looking to get back in action here in this 450 division after dropping down just to race only the 250 East-West Showdown in Atlanta. Very curious decision out of Gebhardt as he hasn't raced any East or West rounds up to that point. Ends up racing the Showdown. Now back in the 450 division. Still top 10 in points.
Very curious ruling by Race Factory Gaming on that one. He was clearly inside the top 10 in points.
Yeah, I'm not
like
sure. I'm not sure how that ended up.
Allowed.
I'm not sure how that ends up shaking down, but as I do recall, I believe they were letting guys that were top 10 in points drop
You see
down
that
for
wheelie
East.
through the whoops? All right, I'll allow him to race to East now.
So maybe he was signed up for East. I don't know. I don't actually remember which coast he raced in the heats, but yes, I did see that wheelie, and that was really, really fast. Kind of interested to see that the optimal line these 450 guys are choosing to take here is double quad in that section instead of going triple on off and then kind of going down the inside with some route.
Are a lot of those guys doing the triple out of the corner though?
I know that a couple were definitely in qualifying.
Just either, they can't single into the corner and then do the triple out. So
Yeah, true.
be the reasoning for the higher line there. I would think. Not that I actually have a clue.
Gebhardt's looking good out front. Starting to put the pressure here on the 74 machine. Whoa! Makes contact. Exits stage right. Walter Gebhardt off the track. And low lines back on. Comes up a bit short.
Devin Ryan almost taken out a second place by a lapper careening across the track into his line.
Well, Devin Ryan and Adam Holm just got together, and now Kohenauer's off the track, so everybody taking turns going off the track here in this corner at the moment. But Spencer Turley just rails the corner, so he's good.
Not the 16 at Chase Blakely. Putting in a ride that would make Tyler Crane proud on that bike. That number.
We got an MV Films day at the test track going on right here as it's Kohenauer, Janus, and Holm all mixed up together here. Oh, contact!
Mixed up. And that'll allow Spencer Turley through into the 5th position.
Yeah, look at Janus trying to fight back on Holm. Look out for Zach Dupuy getting into the mix. The 2013 outdoor champion showing his face here in the heat race. And Turley, as you said, making moves, gets around Matthias Janus as well. Or I'm sorry, Jeremy Kohenauer, I should say. So Turley now into the top 5. And still
this man on a mission tonight.
Busting out triples out of the corner like it's nobody's business.
Is tonight the night that we're going to get that main event win we've all been waiting for?
I think so, man. The Galaxy has reigned supreme.
Oh, that triple in did not look good.
No, it's still an MV Films day at the practice track back here, too, as Kohenauer has Holm closing in. Janus almost plows into Holm after Kohenauer slides out in the corner. And it's all kicking off. It's interesting to see the different lines guys are taking now into that sand section. Kohenauer goes way inside, misses all the bumps coming in. Holm actually tried to ride the edge of the rut on entry, so he missed some of the bumps. Kind of different lines going all over the place for these guys. Looks like we had a lapped rider down. Oh, Turley short on the triple.
Ooh, legs off.
Yeah. Just came to a complete
and he
stop.
gets bitch slapped by Janus.
Janus lands on his head.
Sorry, I was a little late. I looked over at the stream and caught that.
But up front, Walter Gebhardt, active co number 13 machine, making it look
rider
easy.
A little thick?
Oh my goodness, yeah, Ryder's people saying his Ryder model looks a little thick, runs a 52.5 as his fastest lap there. Final corner.
Some juicy thighs on that Ryder model.
Devin Ryan going through in second, Chase Blakely third. Jeremy Cohenauer looks like he's going to have fourth over his teammate Matthias Janis here. Final corner for both of them. Sixth for Adam Holm. Turley is down in seventh. And the Ryder trying to get going there as Zach Dupuis closes in. We got riders launching the finish line into the opposite lane right now. It's kind of wreaking havoc for some guys coming through. Oh, Deering's gone down. Ash Deering goes down and hands it over to Jeremy Seabolt on the last lap with 2 corners to go. That's exactly what I was just talking about. Riders launching the finish line jump. I think one of them actually hit Ash Deering.
How did we miss that? Seabolt was in this heat race and doing terrible.
That was, wow. So Deering out looking in. Yeah, so what the heck just happened right there? I saw a bunch of riders down on the other side of the track. Deering ended up going down himself. Reno Brennan, Caden Speck, Ethan Parks, August Sanders, Race Carlin, Fernando Andrade, Benny Landry, Jack Gatlin, Trent Shepard, and Connor Holiak, who never even left the gate, all not going out of this one. Seabolt, for the time being, has made it in unofficially. We're waiting on cuts. They need to kick Holiak to get the cuts.
They did. Just waiting for the game to tick over.
All right, there we go.
Shepard also stuck on track somewhere.
Looks like Holm got around Janis on cuts. And everything else stayed the same. So Gebhardt, your winner out of this one. Wow, chat. B. Barzy in chat saying Seabolt came from 18th to 9th in 3 laps. So
ouch, man, baby.
That is huge,
he's just
actually.
setting challenges for himself in these heat races.
That's a pretty big deal for Seabolt, who needed that. His standings, or I should say his position in the standings, he's only 11 points down of our points leader, Jack Haley. So Seabolt just barely squeaks into the main event out of 450 heat number 1. And crucially so, as he needs to stay well within this points fight as we move into the second half of the season.
Can't hear my people think over this cheering crowd. This is a stacked heat. Pretty much the top 4 in points minus Seabolt. Haley, Leclerc, Jeremy Smith, Devin Davis in here, Jonathan Hughes, Chase Donovan, Jeremy Shipley, Sabrina Ritzler, Jake Warden, Will Whiteley, Reed Young, Tyler Schmidt, Casey Ohlert, Dominic Torino, Zach Perocop, James Schuler, Monty Wilson, Bachelet, Chase Donovan. That's all of them.
Appreciate everybody who has turned up for the stream so far. Again, just a reminder, this is Breast Cancer Awareness Evening, and all donations that you guys use in that donation link below will go to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. So help out those in need and those who are trying to get help, essentially. Breast Cancer Research Foundation working on a cure for breast cancer, obviously. Myself and my family has been massively affected by this in the past year. I lost my cousin Stacy in October of 2018, so definitely a good cause worth fighting for, and again, any donation helps. Here's your points leader, Jack Haley, number 57 Active Co rider. Comes in with a 7-point lead over Jeremy Smith. He's going to try to hold on to that as we are now down to our final 8 rounds of the series.
Are we that far along already?
We are, yeah. Round 9 was Atlanta. If we actually made it Daytona on time, we'd only have 7 rounds left.
Yeah, true. I get, you know, the championship starts in Daytona, and we skipped it, so it's gonna be interesting. See how this plays out.
Indeed, as we are about to watch 450 heat number 2 drop their gate this evening at Indianapolis. Gate is down. Land rush. Look at the charge into that first corner. Oh, Leclerc.
Strong arming the competition for that whole shot.
Yeah. Tyler Schmidt, the self-proclaimed hole shot champion, actually gets Leclerc to a hole shot in this one, and Leclerc trying to make the pass goes down all by himself. Jonathan Hughes moves into the 2 spot. Leclerc trying to fight back, crosses over, makes that move. We also got Shipley on the 39 right here in the mix, Tiberino on that 77. So actually, 3 of the guys that are most prolific when it comes to hole shots is Jeremy Shipley gets sent over a berm, all out front in this one. Jonathan Hughes always gets great starts. He's in 3rd, gonna go back to 4th behind Tiberino here. Leclerc 2nd, and Tyler Schmidt leads early on as this freight train rider settles in. Jeremy Smith also in the mix. Oh, Tiberino, oh my gosh.
Oh, look at that scrub, baby!
He's scrubbing all the way down to the ground there. Change for the lead going. Leclerc looking down inside, but Schmidt's
gonna hold on.
Yeah, Leclerc into the bales there. Also, shout out Yogi944 for the $10 donation. I really appreciate it, buddy, and I appreciate the kind message. We're just out here trying to raise a little bit of money, and anything helps, man. It's so awesome of you guys to donate.
Oh, hot action for the lead here as Leclerc not so patiently tries to work his way around Schmidt.
Leclerc, typical Frenchman, jumping through the whoops, gonna try to make the pass around the outside on Schmidt over the triple, and he gets him. Schmidt might be short in the triple. He does it a little bit. Now Schmidt's gonna come under attack here. Oh, Yogi dropping a Twitch Prime sub right there. Thank you, Yogi. I appreciate it, man. You're a legend. So Schmidt and Tiberino. And just like that MV Films grouping in that first heat, we're now seeing a Prestige Worldwide. Just another day at the test track for these guys. Well, I'll tell you what, man, the Honda test track right now in Corona is just getting used up by all these Honda teams in game. This is just incredible stuff.
There are a lot of Hondas here, huh? It's a good looking bike, man. It's a good looking bike.
It is indeed. And I'll tell you what, right now, Alexis Leclerc not getting away from this grouping. Tiberino putting the pressure on Schmidt for 2nd. And we got a 4-rider battle closing up here.
Schmidt not doing a lot of big daddy lines, but he's being effective and consistent here. Able to stay with this group. Oh, as he cuts across Tiberino on the whoops.
Yeah, I believe all of these guys are first-person riders. Oh, Schmidt's down.
Hopping off now, baby.
Tiberino a little held up there, but stays on 2 wheels.
Smith to the outside. Nothing happening there.
Ooh, Tiberino down. Crosses over in the split section. Down he goes. So now Smith moves into 2nd. Can he run down Alexis Leclerc for this heat race victory? Time will tell. So Tiberino gets up still in 3rd. Schmidt in 4th. How about Sabrina Ritzler finds herself up inside of the top 5? Ooh, a little short on the triple there.
This has been the year of the revival, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of kind of OGs coming out of the woodwork, as Nathan Zaworski just mentioned in chat. We're seeing Tyler Schmidt, Dominic Tiberino, Jeremy Smith, now Sabrina Ritzler. Like, these are all like 2012, 2013. Like, this was when they were at their peak, essentially, back then, are all these guys. Obviously, Tyler Schmidt came through, won the 2016 East Championship, but still, so great to see so many of the OG MX Simulator players still coming out here and proving they have the speed against all these young bucks. Ooh, Hughes in the background getting a little out of shape in the whoops. How about Zach Prokop and Jeremy Shipley having a little battle? Oh, Ritzler down off the track. And Brina's over the berm.
Oh, there goes the last transfer position to Haley, who's been buried back in the back of the pack, apparently.
Whiteley gets all out of shape as well. So going to hand that transfer spot right back to Sabrina Ritzler.
Any other contenders running in the back of the pack? I feel like we should check.
I know, we didn't take a look back in the first one, and Seabolt was just sitting back there. Now, as you said, Haley coming through the field, gets up inside of the top 9 transfer positions now. Oh, Haley's off the track. Talking about OGs, man, a lot of people taking the page out of Mitch Butler's dictionary on the game here this evening, doing some Enduro Man action. So Ritzler holding it on in 8th right now. Whiteley is up to 9th. Batchlett is 10th. Ohlert 11th. Wilcox, Young, Warden,
Battle for
Schuler.
the transfer, final transfer.
So it looks like Jeremy Shipley missed a timing gate because he rolled off the side of the track and now he's coming back through this rhythm lane here. I think he must have missed a timing gate in this rhythm lane. Oh, very unfortunate there for Shipley, as he was well inside of a transfer spot and is now probably headed to that last chance qualifier.
These riders just passed him. Their position's not looking good.
Oh, Jack Haley explodes in the whoops. Looking like James Stewart 2014 A1 going down right there.
I think James Stewart would have sufficed.
Just oh, poor James.
James Stewart on a Yamaha, especially. Poor Yamaha, man.
Thank you, B. Barzy. $5 saying he hopes we reach the goal. And MotoKid 729, also $5 donation saying for Stacy. Hey, man, I really appreciate that. Stacy was my cousin that we lost, and she's dearly missed. What is not missed is Jeremy Smith winning this heat race. 10 seconds up on his teammate Tiberino. Leclerc ending up 3rd, so we missed the transfer for the lead out front. Tyler Schmidt ends up in 4th, Prokop 5th, Hughes 6th, Ritzler 7th, Haley in 8th, and Whiteley, whoa, just held off Thomas Wilcox there. And someone on the 86 there, Daniel Batchlett, as Zach Prokop just forces his way through. I'm sorry, Reed Young forcing his way through. So wait, is that Reed Young this whole time?
As I said.
Must have been.
Yes, he was up there the whole time.
Well, I was calling the wrong person then. I thought it was Prokop this whole time.
He was in there too, was he not?
Was he?
I don't know.
Prokop? Well, yeah, I guess he got 5th. Man, I don't know. I'm just backwards. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I've worked way too long today, so I'm kind of out of it. You don't believe that I hate Yamahas, Nate? How many Yamahas you see in my garage? Sucker.
Got him.
Yeah, right? Kellen's on a beer run, I'll hold down the fort. Although I need to be on a beer. Oh no, I got a little bit left here. Dude, Prodigy, we were so proud. We were screaming about the whole shot. And you strong-armed Alexis out of the way on it. Good shit.
All right. Beer run complete. Is it still kosher, Mark, to open up a Stella with a Corona bottle opener?
I mean, I just used my mouth.
Well then, I think you should see a dentist.
Yeah, right. I grind my teeth when I sleep, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. I'm not a good sleeper.
You still get all your, what is it, calcium? That's for your teeth?
Is it?
Well, bones? Teeth are bones.
I don't break them. Are they? Wow.
I don't know, dude. This isn't my area of expertise here. I know dirt
Then
bikes.
why do I go to a dentist to get my teeth fixed and not a orthopedic surgeon?
I don't know.
If teeth are bones. Jeez.
Hey, 707 jamming in chat says they are. I don't know if he's talking to us, but maybe he is.
Yeah, he's not a dentist. He don't know nothing.
We need Brian.
Yeah,
we need someone to clean our teeth. Oh, man. It really is throwback night in MX Simulator. We're just bringing all the old references out of the woodwork here.
Someone's going to break a bed before the night's over.
Shall we implement blackouts into the game now that we have sounds too?
Yes. These races would be so much funner with blackouts.
Just these guys laying in the track.
Oh, is this
like,
just
clean your fucking teeth?
Oh, man.
I thought that was Shaq checking in.
I thought Nate was dropping in with other Shaq drops. There's plenty of things Shaq could have dropped in here and told us, I'm sure.
I'm very, yes. Confident in Shaq's ability to tell us things.
He'll definitely tell us how to save on almonds, I'll tell you that much.
He was asking in chat earlier if anyone had the hookup on a set of... we can ask Twitch chat. Anyone got the hookup on a set of Kawasaki 450 triple clamps, like air fork versions, whatever millimeters that is? Shaq's after a set used. He don't want to pay full price.
Nate and Kevin Thomas right now having just the chat of a lifetime right now in our stream chat. Look at this. It's a conference of legends. We ought to have a Legends and Heroes team in MX Simulator, really. We got to have that together.
Yeah, but
Team Louise 125s the
qualify.
entire time.
It would just be qualifying, and then that's it.
They never make the night show.
Yeah.
250 LCQ action here at Indy getting underway.
Is this a real start? That many jumps?
I think
wow.
so, yeah. Out of the middle, Trevor Burns, hole shot. And down he goes. So just like that, Trevor Burns, no longer your leader. It's Jake Thomas out front. Garrett Hollenbeck right there at second. Jack Fowler is in third, and Trevor Doiron loses out on fourth to Roy Mitchell.
The Team Louise KX 125 in the 450 classes, not even on a 125. It's Mountain Cat Puma.
Nate dropping in with the
now that everyone's ears are bleeding.
the classic Michael Wheeler lines. Oh man, Ween and Sweels. Jake Thomas is leading this thing though. Hollenbeck in second.
Huge pile up for third through fifth. Gonna allow James Cohen and Owen Hillman a shot at making the main here. Hillman, we saw just missing the heat race.
Put those together, you got James Cohen Hillman.
Sounds like a serial killer.
Oh jeez, that took a dark turn.
Okay, I love serial killers and like documentaries about serial killers and reading books about serial killers.
Okay, so
it's getting a little dark, isn't it?
Riddle me this, Mark. Why is it that like that you always know them by their three names?
I don't know. That's the point that I was getting towards. It's always three names, unless like Ted Bundy, Gary Ridgway. They're pretty much the greats. Just get two names.
The greats. There we go.
Yeah.
We got our Mount Rushmore. Oh my goodness.
Just
this is just taking a dark turn at this point. I think we got to take a U-turn here.
I need to get a beer. I'll be back.
It's Hollenbeck leading. And he's leading from Jake Thomas here. Both them throwing sauce on the triple. I love to see it. Oh, Cohen down in fourth. Owen Hillman and Kyle Carpenter now in the transfer positions after James Cohen. Oh man, wouldn't you know it, he was just warming up his arm this entire time to throw it away. Ooh, Owen Hillman a little mistake, so Kyle Carpenter is going to go on through. Battling it out here at Indy, Carpenter and Hillman. They've got a decent sized gap right now on the number 704 of Jack Fowler. Yeah, Kyle Carpenter very well could be Paul Carpenter's son. That is the first thing I thought of too, Nate.
Is this like Jim Neese's son? But this is Paul Carpenter's son?
Maybe.
Whatever happened to Paul Carpenter? He made a pretty quick exit, didn't he?
Yeah, a lot of those guys in like the early to mid 2000s, you're just like, oh, I guess they're gone. Oh, over the bars goes Jake Thomas. Oh, and so does Carpenter. He's down in the corner.
Hillman got up the inside of him by tripling in and just wasn't hard contact, but it was enough to put him down.
So that allows Roy Mitchell through into third. Kyle Carpenter still gets up in the 4 ride. Jack Fowler is lurking back there.
So is Puma's cousin, Jake Thomas?
Maybe.
Is that Kevin's son? Just kidding. We know he's never been laid.
Ooh! Oh, and Carpenter does a pirouette and down into the mechanics area. Getting out of shape in the whoops, looking like Alex Martin, 2011 Jacksonville. Just letting go of the bike and sending it in the mechanics area there. So right now it is Garrett Hollenbeck coming down. He's going to take the white flag this time by... No, I'm sorry. Not the white flag. Is this a 6-minute plus 1 lap race? Did they put
Why not?
I think they put in the wrong time then? It's 5 minutes in a lap. Wait, have the heats or the LCQs always been that long? And I'm stupid?
Potentially.
Yeah, I'll just go with I'm stupid. So LCQs have always been 5 minutes in a lap, and I'm an idiot. I'll go with that one. That's better.
Hey, I'm right there with you, pal.
So it's still Hollenbeck leading. Owen Hillman second, Roy Mitchell third, Fowler and Carpenter battling it out here for fourth. Carpenter is never going to get close to the Supercross triple.
Oh, he got close to it, but...
And Fowler exits stage right on the landing. So Carpenter going for the easy peasy lines, takes over the final transfer spot.
Fowler and Cohen going to duke it out. See who gets a chance at him in the final straightaway.
All right, white flag now waving. Next time by, it'll be the white flag lap for these riders. Cohen and Fowler, both for Spin C. This is, oh, I really hate to say it, but this kind of looks like the Hep Suzuki team out there right now. Battling it out for fifth in the LCQ.
Oh, man, I thought Devin was savage in chat.
Hey, at the very least, Adam Enticknap is winning that Pulpamex Privateer Challenge. He's gonna get some cash.
That free Yami. No, I'm getting that free Yami.
Oh, you are? You got a raffle ticket? It's Garrett Hollenbeck taking the win here.
Sorry, I was deep throating a chug of beer right there.
Okay, then. Owen Hillman is gonna get second.
Well, what else do you do? It goes all the way down your throat, doesn't it?
Roy Mitchell in third. Kyle Carpenter is going to have fourth, locked up here, no problemo. All by himself right there. James Cohen, Rasmus Eriksson, Brandon Holmes. Jack Fowler has decided instead of rage quitting, he's going to rage sit in this berm right now.
He's staring at that berm. That's the berm that he got taken out in. He is lecturing it right now.
Yeah, he is yelling at it.
Listen here, buddy.
Jake Thomas going to miss out on the main as well. Alex Kerr, Hunter Fullwood. Great name. Unfortunately not going through. Bloxham, Doiron, Branson, Burns, McIntosh. All missing out as well. Sean 574 drops in $34 of donations this evening. Thank you, Sean. That is amazing, man. That is so awesome. Thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. Awesome stuff, man.
Sean, I hope your even number OCD gets better. I can see that it was paining you that we were not at an even number, so you had to get us to a nice flat 100. Appreciate it.
Whoops.
I got the same problem.
Cortana yelling at me.
Microwaves are like the most unsettling thing to use.
That is so cool, though. Seriously, thank you, Sean. I appreciate that, man. That's awesome.
Volume has to go in 5s, man. You can't set your volume to 27. What kind of freaking serial killer are you, right?
Kid, what?
If you set your radio to 27 for a volume level, for example, or like 23, any odd number, there's something wrong with you in the head.
Okay.
There's people out there that are with me. I guarantee it.
You want to know something that's really kind of OCD of me, Mark?
Love to.
Okay, so I got a new stereo system installed, and I don't love listening to like really loud music, like blow my ears off music, but I sometimes I will listen to it, but in order to keep myself from blowing my ears out when I do, I set it so my max volume on my stereo is 52.
Oh, well, that's your number, though.
That's what I mean is like, I just felt like that'd be kind of cool. Like if I want to crank it, I get cranked at 52.
Get cranked at 52.
Well, Redford in chat says he's opposite. He likes his stereo on an odd number because he likes primes.
If you guys know Redford, stay the hell out of his basement, guys.
No wonder Nate is number 608. He's just always trying to prove to us that he's not a serial basement killer.
Yes, he's trying to be normal. Surprised he didn't run 100.
I want to quickly, just while we're... Oh, no, we got another donation coming in. And it's $3.09 from Alex Efforts, triggering all OCD boys.
Oh, god dang, I'm going to have to donate now.
No. Oh, no. But I did want to actually say, by the way, thank you, Alex. I very much appreciate you. You're a rad dude. Met you at Anaheim, too. Hung out with you for a while. Your flannel game was on point. But, Mark, you'll know this name. Rest in peace, Charlie Whiting. Charlie Whiting passed away today at the age of 66, so I'll give a shout-out to him.
Very surprising. Like, flew to the race, everything, and then just...
Yeah, pulmonary embolism.
Got to really feel for his family and friends and everyone that he was involved with. The paddock.
Thoughts and prayers with the Whiting family at this time. But 450 LCQ action about to get underway. A couple guys trying to make it through. Race Carlin is a big name in this one. Let's find out if he makes it. Gate is down, and it's a land rush into that first corner from the outside. It looked like a DX3 rider. Devin Davis, hole shot. Big time. Number 32 out front. Oh boy, August Sanders has to make the main event now because Pumaxis is going to donate if he does. More like Pumaxis tires. Developed by the king.
Well, I'm just waiting for a mate, as I said.
Devin Davis leads, lap number 1. Wilcox second, Shipley in third, and Wilson right there in fourth. Benny Landry holds down the 5 spot. We got Ohlert. Oh, looks like Carlin just went down after the finish line. Took Ash Deering with him. So Carlin entering the night 7th in the standings. Definitely does not want to miss out on the main event this evening. August Sanders also in the mix right here. my name is Jeff. Drops a $6.91 donation to even things out. Oh my goodness. Sanders a little mistake. Gonna have to double through the rhythm lane. Ends up jumping off track. Watch out for the pole, August. That looks like a tree to some people. Sanders down the inside. Tries to show a wheel to Chase Donovan. Sally Slow-Mo gets out of the way. All right, Davis, Shipley, Wilcox, Wilson. Your current running order. Benny Landry keeping things interesting here. Oh, Landry cuts the track in order to try to make a pass. And for now, it worked. So Landry goes into the 4 spot. And just like that, he's already putting pressure on Robert Wilson. Whoa, what the heck just happened? What is happening? Okay. All right, well, we just missed chaos then. That sucks. I don't know what my computer decided to do, but Robert Wilson and Benny Landry just got together.
I bet you Casey Ullrich isn't too upset about it.
Probably not.
Just taking big swings at Mets here, I know.
So Ullrich now in the final transfer spot. We got Reed Young, Robert Wilson, Race Carlin, Benny Landry, all lurking. Couple different options being used through all these different rhythm lanes. Is this actually pretty cool to see how each rhythm lane guys are taking different lines? Oh, Devin Davis is down. Casey Ullrich gets into him, as does Thomas Wilcox. Oh man, this has just really opened the door for opportunity here. Shipley leads, Young second, Wilson third. Davis is now fourth with Wilcox going down behind him in fifth. It's Landry and Ullrich that have to go to work here. Tell you what, things are not looking good in terms of Race Carlin potentially making it here this evening. Down in 8th, 15 seconds behind your race leader. Has some work cut out, but Reed Young cases the triple. Here comes Wilson back through. Oh, Young. Woo! All kinds of different lines being used. Devin Davis trying to triple in from the outside. Has to check up. Reed Young almost goes over the bars, and Davis jumps around the outside of him. Whoa, it's a stack up. So Davis trying to get Wilson here. That would be for second. Landry in the final transfer spot. Ullrich right here in the mix, tripling. Not going to get it done on Landry. Over that finish line jump, Landry now applying the pressure to Devin Davis for third. Oh, Landry, oh, Ullrich getting kicked too. All these guys having trouble with that set of whoops. Landry continues to cut the track. He is surely going to have a lot of cuts at the end of this race. Short on the triple. Rider down. That was a lapper, though, I believe.
Yes, it was.
Ended up actually taking out Ash Deering again. Here comes Race Carlin now getting into the mix. And Deering onto the pole there. So it is Shipley about to take the white flag out front. Wilson in second, Davis in third, and Landry in fourth. Ullrich is hoping for a mistake out of one of these riders, as is Race Carlin. Maybe a big enough mistake to take two of them down if it happens. Landry down in the whoops. Landry goes down. Ullrich is in a great position if he can hold on.
Race Carlin just needs one more position.
Oh man, this is close. Ullrich trying to pass Devin Davis.
Ullrich side by side.
Davis checks up, lets Ullrich go. Ullrich. Oh, I thought he might have been jumping off the track right there. I think both these guys know they just have to take it easy. Carlin is pushing though, that is for sure.
Oh, he's so fast through the whoops. Gonna run out of time though. There's just not enough track and obstacles left.
Shipley. Oh, I thought Davis was going over the bars. He's short. Here comes Carlin. Final corner. Carlin's gonna try to blow the berm out. Get to the finish line. Oh, it was so close at the line. 0.2 of a second. Davis hangs on to the final transfer spot by a fraction. Oh my goodness. Wowee. Race Carlin ran a 53.3 on the last lap of the race, and it looks like, at least for now, his efforts have come up short. We're going to wait for cuts. and see whether or not that changes anything. But unofficially, it was Shipley with the win, Wilson with second, Oldert ends up third, and Davis going to the main event in fourth, but by 0.2 of a second, and it stays! No cuts for Davis, no cuts for Carlin. Carlin enters the evening 7th in the points, leaves with no points from the main event. He'll be watching from the stands.
It's 2 weeks in a row, isn't it? Or
I think so, yeah. I don't remember him making it in Atlanta either.
2 main events in a row. Tough luck. Mid-season here. Now that the championship has started, Race seems uninterested in racing.
Yeah, Race looked just tremendous at the beginning of the season. I think he actually got a top 5 at one point. Kept himself well in that hunt for the top 10 in the point standings, and now 2 back-to-back races. Things not going his way. That is just unfortunate to see for him.
Oh, who's the old Ethan Parks out there for SYS?
Yep. Actually,
place.
Actually, a little bit surprised in Ethan tonight. Unfortunately, I really do feel that his Monster Energy Supercross 2 championship hunt has been taking a toll on his sim career.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. How's he doing in MESX2?
Well, he had the points lead until this week. He missed the A main event, unfortunately.
Ooh,
and lost the
rough
points
week
lead.
for Parks.
Lost the points lead to your least favorite person of all time, Mark.
Spencer Turdley. No.
Oh, wow.
Is this sarcastic?
Yikes, oh, I'm sorry. Wow.
I thought you were being sarcastic.
No, I'm not actually.
My least favorite person of all time. I'm lost on this one.
The new points leader in the Monster Energy Supercross series that we're playing is OG Brandon Holmes.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Hate him. I'm glad to see that he missed the main event tonight.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. But yeah,
just a little update on the OG Brandon situation. He came in the SYS chat trying to kiss up to me, thinking that I'd back off on the 148 talk. Let me tell you, I held strong. Told me he's a loser, disrespectful. Needs to get a clue.
Oh man, what are we, Buttery Films now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get a clue. Oh jeez.
Oh, is that where that comes from? I got a buddy that does it all the time.
I don't really know. I just know that Buttery and AJ Catanzaro got in a beef, and then every time I looked at Catanzaro's Instagram post, it was just like, yeah.
Okay.
Everybody said get a clue in his Instagram post, basically. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to Pumaxis. I always do that just to piss him off. Puma XCS. Kevin Thomas with the 1,000 biddies. And a flowing gay pride flag. Lovely stuff.
What's going on in this?
You know, Puma, you put it on yourself, really, to have the XCS so close together and then not capitalize it. I mean, really, what are we doing here? That just looks like it says Pumaxis every time. All right, though, 250 main event time here at Indianapolis. Can Isaiah Dickerson?
Probably, based on his post at the time, he didn't know where the shift key was to capitalize those letters.
Can Isaiah Dickerson win another one and keep his points leader? Will somebody else find a way to get to the top? Let's find out here at Indy. Oh, what a freight train into that first corner. Oh, it looked like it was actually the 213 machine. I think, again, getting that hole shot, but goes down immediately.
Pile up of the year.
Everybody down in the first corner, and wouldn't you know it, Kyle Carpenter out of the LCQ and to the lead of the main event here at Indy. Oh, but he's off the track. Gonna hand it right over to Edward Mora.
And here's another big pile up.
Yeah, huge pile up after Carpenter tried to get back on the track there. So Mora takes the lead. Leitzel in second. Leitzel trying to go quickly to the lead. Lap 1 in the books. Edward Mora, Evergood number 40, looking for his first career Supercross victory if he can get it done here tonight. Leitzel giving chase, though, on the number 26 Mad Cape ride. Leitzel led his heat race for a good long while, blew it in the sand corner, eventually gave it over to Isaiah Dickerson to win. Can he turn it around in this main event? Or will Mora come out and shock everybody, take a victory? Both of these guys already opening up a nice gap on third. Zoe Cross 7 seconds in the rears. Just taking a look at the lines that we're looking at here, Mark. Who do you see being the benefactor from all this? Who's doing better?
I like Mora for the win if it just comes down to these two. Leitzel, quicker, a little more inconsistent. I think we've seen Mora as the race goes on, kind of develops a rhythm, and oh my goodness.
And the lead change! Not quite. Mora shuts the door. Holds off Leitzel.
Mora a little better late in the race, and he's whipping over the triple while Leitzel's just Michael Essie in it.
Yeah, you gotta love the style out of Mora. Always throwing it down, even with the race lead. And right now, Leitzel trying to keep the pressure on. Meanwhile, as they battle with each other, it's actually closing in behind them as Mora makes a mistake out front. Leitzel to the race lead on the number 26. So it is Leitzel, Mora, Cross trying to keep things close. Getting frisky in the whoops. How about Roy Mitchell up here in the 4th spot? We got Josh Williams holding down 5th. Tyler Lang is 6th. Oliver 7th. Neil Wells is 8th, right alongside Alex Heckman there. Isaiah Dickerson back here, battling it out with Heckman as Wells goes up and over the bars. So we'll take an eye here on Dickerson, see how his progress is. 58.3 last time by. He's going to go down the inside and looks like he's going to get Alex Heckman here. Through the whoops they go. Heckman using his jump line again, loses a position. Dickerson up to 8th.
And off the track. Wow.
Ooh, Dickerson trying to quad into this corner here.
Yeah, Big Daddy. Oop.
Man, he is absolutely flying right now. I'm curious to see this lap time.
Curious to see how he does this.
53.8. What?
Yeah, I think you might have called that one.
I mean,
On
what?
the outside, does he get shut down?
Oh, wait, what's happening?
He crashed the game! Oh, he's back.
Crashed the game. Like, let's put this in perspective, everybody that's watching the stream right now. Isaiah Dickerson just went 1/10 slower than the fastest qualifying time in the race. That is incredible stuff. He is absolutely flying right now, and he makes the move into 7th. Around Oliver, his teammate. Next up, Roy Mitchell if he can get to him. Tyler Lang, Josh Williams, Zoe Cross, Edward Mora, and still leading this thing is Logan Leitzel. All right, 5 minutes into this thing. Third of the race complete here in the 250 main event at Indy.
And in 5 minutes or less, you could get a new quote on your car insurance. Wait.
What?
Sorry. I thought it was a Geico ad you were getting into.
Well, in 5 minutes or less, you could message someone on Discord and ask for the hacks and probably get banned within that time.
Ooh! RF got detectives out there.
Got men in coats. Leitzel over the line, completes lap number 6 on the lap number 7, continuing to lead the race here. Trying to put Owen Hillman a lap down here at the end of the whoops. Mora slowly losing touch and kind of drifting back into the clutches of Zoe Cross.
Just wait till the halfway point, son.
Well, Mora going to try to turn it up here in the second half of this race.
Gonna let the race come to him. just like Spencer Turley is going to do in a few minutes in the 450 race.
Cross makes a little mistake in the rhythm section. Got to watch out because Williams is closing down behind. Oh, and Lang just plowed a lapped rider. 207 and Lang getting together there. That was interesting. So Lang loses a couple of positions. 207 of Dylan Burrell. I don't know if Lang thought maybe he had the line or I don't know. That was
Burrell is mixed up with more leaders in the next corner after that.
interesting.
Yeah, I didn't catch the rider, but he's just in front of Heckman now.
Well, at the very least, that helps Isaiah Dickerson's charge forward. He's now up into the 5 spot. He's about, give or take, 20 seconds behind our leader. Maybe about closer to 15. So just trying to put the motos down is your points leader. Ahead of him, Josh Williams, Zoe Cross, Edward Mora, and Logan Leitzel continues to lead. So let's go ahead, do a quick top 10 rundown of the field here as we approach the halfway mark of the race here. 7.5 minutes in to this 15-minute plus 1 lap main event here at Indy. This top 10 rundown is brought to you by MotoOption Clothing, 8th year running as the title sponsor of the MotoOption SX series here in MX Simulator. MotoOption.com to check them out for all the goodies. And it's Logan Leitzel continuing to lead the race here. Mad Cape number 26 digging the pink setup and rocking it out front right now. Edward Mora in second. Evergood, I should say, number 40 was the early leader, drops back to second. He's trying to hang on, maybe take this thing down to the wire, hopefully get a win here this evening. Behind him, Zoe Cross has slowly been reeling in the number 40 machine, and Cross on that number 47 Mad Cape ride, putting in a strong ride, the best of the year really for Cross that we've seen. And maybe, just maybe, he ends up here in a higher position on the podium. Josh Williams behind him, number 69 on the Evergood machine. Always fast, always blazing fast is Williams. But putting it together for the 15 minutes plus 1 lap has been a trouble for him in the past. Can he do it tonight? We'll see as Isaiah Dickerson now runs in the 5 spot. Your points leader, number 25 for MV Films. Slowly working his way forward, just putting down qualifying laps, lap after lap if he can. Trying to get up and closer to our race leaders. He's got a big gap behind him now. Tyler Lang, Active Co, short on the finish line jump for the number 18 machine, but he's running in 6th, holding it down. Looks like we got a battle for 7th going on. Alex Heckman of the SYS FamMX Racing Team slides out down the inside, so he's gonna lose 7th. Colby Eagland on the number 20 Active Co ride goes to the 7th spot. Heckman drifts back to 8th. 9th for Dylan Copeland, number 44 for Tagger Designs. And 10th for Garrett Olver, number 208 of the MV Films machine. That has been a top 10 rundown brought to you by the folks at MotoOption. We got Jacob Hubbard, Hollenbeck, Mitchell, Carpenter all in a line there. Neil Wells, Connor Pate, Alex Carlo, Trent Adams, Owen Hillman. And people saying to take a look at AJ Green. So here is the number 91 of AJ Green, getting all kinds out of shape here in this rhythm section. Not sure what's up with AJ Green, but there he is.
His gear looked great.
All right, Mark, put your Monopoly monies on the table. 5 minutes to go in this race and a lap. Logan Leitzel going to win this thing?
I already called Doo-Doo.
Doo-doo.
Edward, sorry.
Oh!
Oh, he's making moves!
Contact with Zoe
Didn't
Cross.
make it out alive.
And wouldn't you know it? Second place now, Isaiah Dickerson. Wow, oh wow.
Leitzel has a pretty big lead here. He's got a full legs off crash. With, let's say, probably 5 laps to go.
Yeah, it's getting down to crunch time, that is for sure. Oh man, Dickerson is really pushing the pace there on that number 25 though. Did a 59.6 last time by, so not necessarily where he wants to be, but maybe he can get that lap time down a little bit closer. Want to give a shout out to Go ahead, Mark.
Go ahead. There was that kerfuffle in the corner there with Zoe Cross and Edward Mora that he got caught up in there, so I'm sure that's why his lap was a little slow.
Yeah, we're going to have to take a look at his lap time this time by. Also want to give a quick shout out to Scooty Puff Jr. and everybody coming over from Scooty's stream, doing a quick raid in chat right now. Anybody who's here right now, you may want to stay for the post-race festivities with Scooty Puff Jr. where he plays some marbles. And you can get in on the action, play the marbles as well, pick some songs, and it's always a good time. Isaiah Dickerson runs a 56.1 last time by. He's got the gap down to 12.4 seconds, and we're looking at about 3 minutes and a lap to go, so it's really going to come down to Leitzel crashing at this point, which actually looks like happened. 4.4 seconds is the gap now, so Leitzel must have had a mistake out front. Oh, boy.
Oh! Heckman pulling on the track. Right as Leitzel comes through, he's starting to work his way through more and more lappers.
Has to go roll inside double and then launch off the table. Oh boy, this is really tightening up here. Isaiah Dickerson can see this absolute mess of group ahead of him here. Leitzel able to clear everybody, gets around Copeland. All those riders in that mix, they're still actually battling it out for position too. So they don't want to give up their position on the track, but they've got to heed way to Dickerson as Heckman goes down and Dickerson cases the triple. Oh, more riders down. Leitzel's off the track. Gets back on. Oh, contact with Dickerson. Just absolutely center punches him on the side, getting back on the track. Oh, that's dangerous. Oh, man. All right, Mark, again, betting man with your Monopoly monies. Do you think Dickerson? Oh, my goodness, and Leitzel is down.
Not both down.
Dickerson is going to take over the race lead just like that. What I was about to say, though, Mark, is do you think if Dickerson doesn't win this race and Leitzel does, Dickerson would probably have protested Leitzel there, you got to think, right?
I did not catch the incident. My apologies.
Well, track re-entries have always been a big problem area.
There was a lapper involved as well at that point, so it was pretty well. It was a kerfuffle already. So
man,
I
Leitzel.
think you're granted some extra leniency in that situation.
Definitely
Dickerson
true.
off the outside of that triple again. He really likes that line. Oh, you missed it. You're on Leitzel. My bad.
Sorry. I was taking a look at Leitzel, who was getting out of the whoops all out of shape. Zoe Cross still kind of within range here. Josh Williams. Edward Mora. Oh, my goodness, man. He has been warming up his arm all night long to throw this one away. Garrett Hollenbeck.
Leitzel's got that covered.
Yeah. No kidding.
Oh,
Dickerson. So 2 laps to go this time by for Isaiah Dickerson. Little mistakes here and there. Not out of the woods just yet.
Track's looking pretty beat.
Leitzel's making mistakes of his own, but holding the throttle on. He has thrown caution to the wind here. Tyler Lang looks like he went down behind him. Dickerson still mixed up here with some lappers. This could cause some problems. 708 of Kyle Carpenter ends up jumping off the track there, so no harm, no foul for Dickerson. Oh, Dickerson, oof, he's drifting to that left side of the track, man. Got to keep an eye on those tough blocks. White flag going to be waving this time by for Isaiah Dickerson. Looking to get another victory here.
Dickerson has always been very flirtatious with tough blocks, has he not?
I suppose that's true.
He likes to use the whole track. Why pay for the whole track? No. What was it?
Why pay for the whole seat? You're only going to need the edge.
Yeah, well, he pays for the whole track, so he's going to use it all.
Good thing all these seats are free at MotoOption Supercross because we are a caring bunch of people. Speaking of caring, sharing is caring, and again, donations still, if you guys want to, Breast Cancer Research Foundation, all donations at the donation link below the stream. go to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. Breast cancer awareness tonight here in MX Simulator. Great to see all the riders running the pink setups, including Isaiah Dickerson, who once again has put a stamp of authority on this field and lays waste to the rest of them. Isaiah Dickerson wins here tonight at Indianapolis. A dominating performance, slicing through the field, getting through Leitzel. I'll tell you what, Leitzel kept it close there at the end. 2.8 seconds was the final gap.
Valiant effort.
But it's Dickerson with the victory. Zoa Cross looking to come through and get up on the podium. His first podium of the season for Zoa Cross. Good ride for him.
Oh, great battle for fifth between Josh Williams and Garrett Hollenbeck.
Yeah, they're getting up together.
Yeah,
Williams crosses the track. Look at Hollenbeck jumping down the inside. Gets into the back of him. Oh, JLV, come on with the front end lock. So Williams.
Oh, wow, Eaglin passed.
Yeah, Williams is going to hang on for 5th. Eaglin gets by for 6th. Hollenbeck has 7th. And Hubbard down in the final corner. And he's going to come across the line in 8th.
With a double flip. Holy.
Ooh, I didn't see that.
Cats.
I saw the start of it.
Yeah, let's see. Not a whole, didn't make her all the way, but it looked good.
Race victory confirmed. Isaiah Dickerson, even with 7/10 of a second in cuts, still holds on for the victory. Leitzel, Cross, Mora.
Williams gives up 5th place.
Yeah, Williams gives up 5th to Eagland. And I'll tell you what, Williams always seems to have quite a bit of cuts.
He is sketchy.
1.5 seconds of cuts there. Garrett Hollenbeck, Hubbard, Oliver, Carpenter, Heckman. Wow, man, that's actually a really good ride for Kyle Carpenter to end up inside of the top 10 out of that last chance qualifier.
Well done, son. Say hi to your dad for me.
Alex Heckman, Dylan Copeland, Tyler Lang, Connor Pate, AJ Green, Trent Adams, Alex Carlo, Roy Mitchell, Owen Hillman, Neil Wells, Dylan Burrell, and Sean Smith was your final finishing order here tonight at Indianapolis.
Some close-up shots. Dickerson still getting in some hot laps after the race. Doing it for the fans out there, throwing some whips. Skimming some hoops. Who says hoops? Is that like a... If you say hoops, you must be a serial killer.
Wow, Ricky Carmichael's a serial killer?
I think so. He does say hoops, does he not?
I think so.
All right, serial killer confirmed.
Yeah, you can never trust the gingers, right?
Very true.
It is actually really weird to look at, like, you could do the same thing with Villapoto now, but if you look at pictures of Carmichael when he first turned pro, and it's just like beet red hair, freckles all over his face, just looks nothing like that now. Now he has like brown hair and like a nice pale white face. Ian Thompson brings up a great point in chat. Have we ever seen Ricky Carmichael and Ted Bundy in the same room?
I don't think we have. It's definitely possible. Makeup? What?
Puma's saying it's makeup that covers Carmichael's freckles, but you could, like, the same thing for Villapoto. Villapoto came up and he was a bowl cut redhead with freckles. And
he did have a bowl cut.
And
oh,
in
God.
his later years, when he was winning his final 450 titles, he didn't have as many freckles, and he wasn't wearing makeup underneath the helmet, was he?
Potentially, maybe it was part of Alden's training program. If Alden Baker told you to wear makeup when you rode, would you wear makeup?
Well, I'm just waiting for a mate, as I said.
Without a doubt, everyone here would.
I just actually let my alert box answer that one, and they just they answered your question was, well, I'm just waiting for a mate, as I said. So
just waiting on a mate.
Well, CFox 109 says it helps with arm pumps, so I'm sold. My
like Butterball's reply, Alden definitely has a solid little makeup studio.
Yeah, he does. So we got Adam Holmes, Shipley, Ritzler, Smith, Haley, Turley, Prokop, Schmidt, Whiteley, Dupuy, Tipperino, Cohenauer, Hughes, Janice, Davis, Leclerc, and a whole gamut of others here tonight in the 450 main event from Indianapolis. It is technically speaking round 10 of our series, round 11 in your program book, and currently the round to watch in your heart. Let's find out who's going to win the 450 main event from Indianapolis right now on SYS TV.
Spencer Turley with a great start.
From the inside, it's Leclerc and Schmidt. Leclerc gets the whole shot award. And it's and Holm immediately dives down the inside and crashes in the second corner.
I'm just waiting for mate, as I said.
So it's Leclerc. Tyler Schmidt is second. Jeremy Smith is third. Tiberino is fourth. Man, this looks exactly like their heat race.
Spencer Turley going to round out your top 6 as he comes through the whoops on the first lap.
Disregard Devin Davis in top 5. We got Turley running 6 right now. Jeremy Siebel with a pretty good start for having 18th gate pick. And he's going to get almost alongside Turley as they go over the finish line jump.
Woo! That was close.
Through the whoops
Devin
they
Davis, the cork in the bottle, Michael Essie style.
Look at Siebel down the inside, blocks Turley's line. Davis cuts the track.
Turley smart enough to check up. Always good to see riders that think.
Here's Siebel looking for a move on Davis now. Elects not to go for the quad around the outside line there. Things are sorting out up here at the front of the field rather quickly. You can see in the background we got Jack Haley. Oh, rider down. That was Tyler Schmidt down out of second. And he's going to lose several positions as Siebel used him as a pick to make the pass. And we have a new leader, Jeremy Smith, to the front. So Leclerc, a little bit earlier than expected, Mark. He cops up the race lead.
I don't know what to expect anymore out of Leclerc.
You never know with the crafty Frenchman. But Jeremy Smith on the 4 is still looking for his first victory of the season. Pretty insane that he's still only 6 points down in this championship right now, and he has not won a race yet this year. But can he do it tonight here at Indianapolis? Oh, Leclerc putting the pressure right back on Jeremy Smith now. Battle out front, and Smith blows the sand.
The pressure pays off.
Leclerc goes back to the race lead. Tiberino moves into second. Smith and Siebel side by side over the finish line. Siebel trying to use the outside to his advantage. Goes off the track. He's going to lose that spot back to Tiberino, and once again, everything is kind of settled down here. Tiberino down off the bike. Oh, Turley doesn't see him and jumps right on top of him, and he's down, as does Matthias Janis. Janis is laying on top of Spencer Turley as Jack Haley goes around the outside of the track.
Jesus. JFC, Michael Essie out here. Matthias Janis, the new Michael Essie of MX Sim Racing, taking out fan favorite and definite race winner Spencer Turley, standing on his bike after a crash.
So I'm confused. Did you just compare Spencer Turley to Brock Tickle?
No.
Or Ivan Tedesco?
Yes, Ivan Tedesco.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Janis didn't T-bone him from 3 miles away.
Well, he kind of did, because Turley was just laying there in the track and Janis just plowed him.
Yeah.
He had nowhere to go. Adam Holm looking inside on Tiberino. Jack Haley is lurking there. Tiberino going to hop through the whoops. It's a drag race. Holm shuts the door. Tiberino is having problems laying down that Prestige Worldwide machine. And he's having problems now dealing with Jack Haley putting the pressure on from behind. Rider down in this corner. Cohenauer's off the bike. Number 43 of Jeremy Cohenauer going backwards. And Tiberino really putting the pressure here on Adam Holm. It's the 77 versus the 27 in your program book. Here is Tiberino tripling by. Launches to flat. Holm's going to get him right back.
Brakes working pretty good on that 27 machine. Really able to push her deep into the sand.
Oh, he loves the sand. He's an outdoor specialist, is Adam Holm. Oh, Nelly! Getting a little huckabuck there in the whoops. And now he's electing to triple that section. Up front, though, it's still Leclerc from Siebold and Smith, our top three, separated by about 4 seconds. Smith trying to close it down right now on Siebold. Another lap about to go in the books. We're only a quarter of the way through this main event, folks. Tighten that blanket around your waistline and strap in for a good one. .53.4 Smith, 52.3 Siebold, 52.8 Leclerc. So fastest rider on the track last time by, the number 19 machine of Jeremy Siebold. Interesting strategy by Leclerc this week, Mark. Coughs up the lead early. Maybe he got it out of the way this time.
Yeah, let's wait till the track gets a little rough. As we saw last time out, it got pretty bad pretty quick once he had to kind of start moving around the track. Some of the other riders were able to ride through the rough and the ruts, and Leclerc forced to try and find a way around them, causing a lot of mistakes.
53.1 Siebold, 53.8 Leclerc, 53.4 Smith. So it is still Siebold putting time on Leclerc. Boy, this is incredible stuff to watch Siebold in action here on board right now. Just absolutely putting down the motos on this track. Even shorts that rhythm lane jump and still flies into the corner, no problem. Rider down, he's gonna have to check up and avoid him. Whoa. Got the gap down to about 2 seconds now. Over the line they go, 52.8 to a 53.4. Jeremy Smith puts down another 53.4, so he's just a very tick off. Fantastic action here. Minneapolis. Round number 11 of the series. Leclerc, a little mistake out front. And now Siebold goes for the 3 in. Shorts it, but still survives. Got the gap now down to about 1.5 seconds. Oh my goodness, he is getting all kinds of wild in these corners, though. A lot of lap traffic coming in the way as well. Yeah, that's what I said, Alex. Indianapolis.
Well, I'm just waiting for mine, as I said.
Damn Greeks have to have so many towns in the United States.
Wow, hopefully there's no Greek viewers.
Well, I will say I like most food, but I can't really stand eating Greek food.
I don't think I've ever had Greek food. Is it available in Wisconsin?
Well, I know that the chain...
Small town?
The chain out here is called Daphne's Greek Cafe.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever heard of that before, but...
No.
Okay. All right, so a couple mistakes from Siebold have opened that gap back out to 3.5. Leclerc has stretched it out again. Smith still lurking. Haley now up into the 4 spot, so Haley... doing a little bit of damage control here tonight. Still would maintain that points lead if we were to stay.
Leclerc makes a mistake over the finish line as a little tip over.
And the battle for the lead is on. Out front, 9 minutes into this 20-minute plus 1 lap race. So much racing left to go. And maybe, just maybe, we're about to have a battle for the checkered flag already going on here before the halfway point. So it's Leclerc and Siebold, 1 and 2. Rider down, Siebold able to avoid him. Oh, Siebold making a couple mistakes here as he's getting closer to Leclerc. Over the finish line, jump we go, getting to that halfway point now.
Coming into new territory for these boys, although I'm sure they all rode the 250 main and warm up.
Oh, Leclerc's down again! He throws it away at Indianapolis, just like he has it all the rounds before, and goes back to third. Out front goes Siebold. Into second goes Jeremy Smith, and Leclerc back to third.
Ooh, what's that? No,
That was
that's the
Tiberino
lap driver.
down.
Wow, Tiberino getting lapped already. This race has fallen apart in a hurry for him.
Oh, and Leclerc's
Oh.
down again. And he's off the bike. This could actually play into Jack Haley's hands. Man, this series has been pretty unpredictable, Mark, but if there's anything you can count on is when the clock ticks 10 minutes, something happens to Alexis Leclerc. I don't know what it is, but every time.
Maybe his mom's alarm is going off or something. She's getting up for work.
I don't know, man. Tough luck again for Leclerc, who, just like Smith, has yet to win one of these races this year.
This is surprising. I mean, last year it stood out that he was much better late in the race than the other riders. This year, I don't know.
So it is.
We'll see if we start seeing him search again for lines this week. Right now, he's sticking to all the main lines.
He's caught back up to Jeremy Smith now. It's actually allowed Haley to close in a little bit more, too. So it's Siebold, then Smith and Leclerc. This battle for second starting to heat up again. Number 4, Jeremy Smith, trying to claw points away from Haley in the championship, and staying ahead of Leclerc here will help him do that, but he's got to hold off the defending champion. Leclerc tripling to the outside. Then he's going to scrub down the triple, get a drive as Smith cases. Oh, what a save for Smith. Big kick on the landing, but able to keep it on 2 wheels. And just loses that one position instead of the second one to Haley, which he certainly would have lost if he'd fallen off the bike there. So Haley continues to lurk back in the pack, and while we have a quick moment as the field is kind of spread out just a little bit here, go ahead and do a top 10 rundown. This one brought to you by the fine folks at Racetech Suspension, presenting sponsor of MotoOption SX Series this year. And Racetech can get you dialed in on either your suspension or engine if you need to get your suspension revalved, or if you just want to get your oil changed. Head over to racetech.com. They'll get you checked out there. And great guys at Racetech Suspension, they're bringing you this top 10 rundown here at Indianapolis. Halfway through this main event, it is the number 19 of Jeremy Siebold for MV Films leading the race. Second place for Jeremy Smith on Prestige Worldwide, so we've lost Leclerc somewhere. And the 4 now moves into second. Jack Haley up into third for number 57 Active Co Machine is gaining points right there as he's trying to close down on Jeremy Smith. Alexis Leclerc, number 1 defending champion Rockstar Energy Husqvarna Factory Racing Team, holding down fourth. Desperately wants to get his first win of the season though. Adam Holm in 5th. MV Films number 27 ride. Solid ride for Holm. Started out front, crashed in the second corner, but has gotten himself back up into the top 5 and is holding strong. Walter Gebhardt now moves into the 6th spot for Active Co, number 13, and he is trying to hold off Matthias Janis on the number 24, who is in 7th for MV Films. So Janis working on charging forward a little bit here. Jeremy Cohenauer is in 8th, MV Films number 43. 9th for Chase Blakely on the BPC number 16 ride, and 10th for Jeremy Shipley of Active Co. And that has been a top 10 rundown brought to you by Racetech Suspension. Big shout out Tanner695, the $10 donation, stretching our goal a little bit closer there, trying to get to that soft goal of $250. I don't think we'll hit it tonight, but still can't thank all of you enough who have donated. Goes to a great cause, Breast Cancer Research Foundation. That's what we're doing it here tonight for, is the Breast Cancer Awareness Night in MX Simulator. So glad everybody that could join us here on the stream and all those who have donated.
And in honor of Racetech being the #1 suspension company out there, I'd like to bring our attention to the rider in the number 1-1 position, Spencer Turley. Don't want him feeling left out after that top 10 rundown kind of robbed him of his dignity, I feel. Pretty disrespectful on your part, Kellen.
Yeah, I apologize. But it is Spencer Turley holding down 11th, and he's looking at potentially his best finish of the season. He has yet to finish inside of that top 10. Knocking on the door of it right now, a little kick in the whoops there. But the Galaxy just straightens it all out for him.
See if he can do anything with Shipley and Blakely ahead of him. Might need a little bit of help based on the evidence at hand.
Well, he's going to get a little bit of a present here. Blakely went down in the corner after the finish, so Turley's going to close right up on him.
Good old battle for 10th.
Nothing like it.
They are no battles in this pack.
Report in chat from Ian Thompson is Alexis Leclerc has dropped to 6th now, which is 100% true. Leclerc is in 6th, so it is not going well for the defending champion right now.
Yeah, this is about how she's been.
Makes the pass on Gebhardt to go back into 5th. He's trying to charge forward. Next up would be Adam Holm. We know how Adam Holm and Leclerc feel about each other, so that might be a great battle to watch if it materializes here later in the race.
Holm and Leclerc nearing each other?
Well, I'll tell you what, out in front, Jeremy Siebold is putting a hurting on the field right now. 23 seconds clear of Jeremy Smith, and he is
barely qualified for the
it.
main, but once he gets there, look out.
Want to give a couple quick shout-outs. Ericsson 214, which I believe is Rasmus Ericsson, donates $10.01, says here for his first ever Pro SX
Rasmus,
race.
For not being a serial killer.
He says, was a lot of fun, even if you didn't make the main, and man, he looked great too. I love the setup that you had out there tonight, Rasmus, so appreciate you dropping by the stream and giving us a donation. Really appreciate it, man, and go get him next week, buddy. Also, Pooh Maxis donated $25. I'm not kidding. That is POOMAXXIS, Pooh Maxis. And he or she or whoever it is, might be Puma's mom, says, for taboobs. So thank you so much for the $25 donation, Pooh Maxis. And 100 biddies from Mr. Spooby as well, so you guys are all just so awesome, man. I can't thank you guys enough. That is really cool. And what's really cool is how smooth Jeremy Siebold is making this track look right now. He is lapped up to 7th, working on lapping up to 6th, perhaps.
Definitely lapping the only SYS bike in the main this week, Zach Dupuis. Oh, wait. I'm watching Haley, not Siebold. Jeez.
What are you doing right now?
Yeah, I've been drinking heavily.
Well, can Haley get up to Jeremy Smith here late in the race? We're working about 2 minutes and a lap left to go in this thing.
Certainly been giving it his all.
Look at how deep that inside rut is, but Haley just absolutely ripping that inside rut apart.
These boys better watch out come outdoor season.
By the way, update in chat, Puma, Kevin Thomas, says his mom goes by Cougar because she's hilarious. Haley putting the pressure on Smith for 2nd. This is going to be crucial for the championship hunt. Smith, as mentioned, 7 points down in the title on Haley. Needs to stay ahead of him to claw those couple points back. Leave here only 5 points down if he can, but Haley is already putting the pressure on.
Haley just needs to bide his time and get to the whoops again next lap, and he's going to breeze right past. Haley sticking to that very rough inside.
But he's just blowing it apart as they go side by side nearly over the finish line jump. Through the whoops we go. Smith with a little better drive on the corner exit. Holds off Haley into the next one. Now Haley triples to the outside. Let's see if he can scrub down the triple and make a pass at the end of the rhythm lane here. He's trying, but he doesn't get the drive off the triple landing. Like you said, Mark, that whoop section coming up.
Let's see if I have a clue what I'm talking about.
Here we go into the whoops. Haley's going to try to get a drive. Does he go down the inside at the end of the whoops? Oh, man, what a great drive, but Smith holds off. Haley going to triple in here and launch to flat, but Smith gets the drive and the power down.
Different lines working here tonight.
2 laps to go here in Indianapolis. The battle for second is on. The race win is all but in Seabolt's palm of his hands at this point. Oh, Haley jumps off the track. Woo, what a save for the 57, but loses touch with Smith. Can Smith capitalize and open this up just enough to save it here at the end? Haley, another mistake. And meanwhile, Holman Leclerc is actually slowly coming together here. This could get interesting in these last couple laps. We got a couple battles to watch as the white flag is waving. This is the final lap of the race at Indianapolis. Can Smith hold off Haley? Can Holm hold off Leclerc? These questions are going to be answered in about 57 seconds.
Oh, Haley is right there again as they enter the whoops.
Battle is on. This would be huge if Smith can hold off Haley. It would help Seabolt
Haley
even.
misses the triple.
And Haley misses the triple. Leclerc trying to put the pressure on Holm at the end of the whoops. Triples to the outside. Oh, he's going to stand it up in the corner. That may have done it right there. Up front, another win of this season goes to Jeremy Seabolt on the number 19 machine. And as it stands, it looks like he's going to claw this points lead down to just 6. He's actually only going to be 1 behind Smith, who will be 5 down of Haley. Smith going to hang on for second here, coming to the line. And boy, oh boy, this championship just keeps on giving. Haley's down in the final corner. Oh, but Holm and Leclerc are still together. Leclerc gets around Holm late. Haley trying to get going at the end of the sand, and he's going to hold on for the final podium spot. Leclerc gets 4th, Holm 5th. Oh man, Holm's got to be kicking himself right there for that one.
He, according to him, his season is going fine, just to plan. This is how he wants to ride and where he wants to finish.
Last rider on the lead lap is Walter Gebhardt. He's going to cross the line. Nothing changes at the front, so it's a Seabolt victory from Smith and Haley, Leclerc, Holm. Then we got Janice 7th behind Gebhardt, Shipley, Blakely, Whiteley, Davis, Ritzler, Turley, Schmidt, Ohlert, Ryan, Dupuis, Tiverino, Hughes, Prokop, Wilson. And that was the Indianapolis Supercross here in MX Simulator. Lots of fun here tonight, and appreciate everybody who has donated and continues to donate. We're going to stay here on the broadcast here for just a couple more minutes. We're at $165 raised for the Breast Cancer Research Foundation this evening. All that money going to the BCRF, and a great night of racing on hand for a breast cancer awareness night as well in MX Simulator. Wow, Mark, final thoughts.
It was a fun, stinking night of racing, even though I'm just about ready for bed when I got here.
Well,
sorry, my energy level was pretty low, but we'll be back next week.
No, man, I appreciate you showing up. It was great to have you as always. So big shout out, of course, Mark Seiler, always joining us here on the booth and bringing the heat, bringing the action. Good stuff indeed. Well, again, big final shout out. Brandon's already talking crap in chat.
Don't acknowledge his existence.
Oh my
Kellen.
goodness, here we go.
He doesn't deserve it. Terrible person.
Of course, big shout out to MotoOption Clothing, title sponsor of the Race Reactor Gaming SX Series here. Race Tech Suspension, MXS Lobby, MV Films, Reed Meta, Tagger Designs, Ride365.com, Justin Images. Who else am I missing here? Just tons of people that always help out. Of course, JLV and MX Simulator always jumping on board. Versus PC. I already said MXS Lobby. Let's just look around the track here. Who have I forgotten? Did I forget anybody? I think I got everybody. And this has been Indianapolis. What a great night of racing. TM Factor Racing and FMX Designs. I guess I forgot them too, huh? But yeah, great night of racing all around. Can't thank everybody enough for joining us here. And I guess we're going to see you guys next week in Seattle. Oh boy, we're going back to the West Coast action. And we'll no longer have to see Isaiah Dickerson win all these races. Gosh, Dickerson! Ah. So we're going to see those West Coast boys lighten it back up in Seattle next week. Going to be a good time. Hope you guys will all join us then. As for Mark Zeidler, Kellen Brower, and all of us here at Start Your Systems, thanks again for watching round number 11 of MotoOption SX from Indianapolis. We'll see you guys later.